This broadcast is copyright Polk County Christian School, 2490 West Tower Drive, Bolivar, Missouri. Stop by our school to see what we are doing to provide a Christian education for students in our area. All rights reserved.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a sound check. Bear with us for a minute. Internet's running a little slow here. Assuming the internet's working fine, we're about 5 minutes from tip-off. And today's game is Polk County Christian School Knights hosting Show Me Angels from Lamont, Missouri. Game time is 9 o'clock. This is round 2. All right, sound check is good. We do have audio, and girls are out on the court finishing up their warm-ups. I'm going to take that graphic off the screen here just a minute. All right, so this is game 2 of the state championship. And sorry, that's the boys' game. There's the girls' game. All right. High school girls basketball, Missouri Christian School Athletic Association State Championship, Polk County Christian School Knights versus Show Me Angels. Polk County Christian School from Bolivar, Missouri, Show Me Angels from Lamont, Missouri. We traveled up there to go against the Angels at their home court a couple weeks ago, I believe it was, and had some great sportsmanship on the court in a good game. It was happy. We were happy to make the trip up there. And then the Angels have traveled to Bolivar as well. All right, team captains are down with the refs over at the score table for the coin toss. Quick shout out to the staff at Polk County Christian School, Coach Chad Burton. I'm looking for him. I don't see him out there at the moment. Oh, there he is, over with the team captain. Sorry, that's him in the gray Pccs sweatshirt. And team managers, Anna Everson on the bench. She's being assisted by Olivia Walker. And then Coach Brian Gray is here as well. You'll see Coach Brian Gray with an iPad over near our bench, and he's using that iPad to feed the score to the Game Changer app. So if you've got access to the Game Changer app on iPhone or Android, you can friend PCCS on there and see the live scores and the play-by-play as well. He's actually over on the other side of the court, so he sees what the refs are saying much better than I do from behind the refs, and he might even be able to hear them better. And so his may be a little more accurate than mine. There's Coach Gray walking across the court now with a black hat. All right, and appreciate all the family and friends and spectators from both teams, both PCCS and Show Me, here in support of the girls at the state championship. Now this PCCS high school girls team is a little different than last year. We lost some players last year and we gained some new players. So it's a slightly different team than the last 2 years. However, the general base for the team is the winning returning champions from last year and the year before. So the Polk County Christian School Knights are looking for a three-peat, and the Show Me Angels are looking to upset that and come out on top and knock the Knights out of their spot. So we'll see how that goes. And the Angels are on their bench with their coach. All right, folks, we're going to run a camera to the clock in the venue. That'll be the clock at this end of the court. So that's the same clock that you see down below at the bottom of your screen, right above the scoreboard. I am not running a camera pointing to that score. I'm going to run a scoreboard manually here in the production booth. If something happens to that camera and it stops working for any reason, we'll just abandon that and stay focused on the game. I will work on that between quarters or during halftime if necessary. Hopefully that won't be an issue. Looks like the girls are going to midcourt with the coaches for a moment of prayer. All right, folks, it looks like it's time for tip-off, 8-minute quarters. Again, this is round 2 of 3 rounds for the high school girls championship. Starting lineup for the Polk County Christian School Knights: junior Ariana Larimer, junior Destiny Larimer, and Caitlin Sandage, sophomore, freshman Hannah Hale, and I believe 8th grader Peyton Gray. I don't have an official roster right here in front of me. I didn't bring that up yet. All right, refs are going for the tip-off, and it's game time. And Caitlin gets the tip, but the Eagles end up with it. Number 5 over to 20. 20 put the shot up, and it's short. Ariana getting that rebound. Ariana bringing it back down for the Knights. Long pass over to Peyton Gray, but the Angels steal the pass. 10 bringing the ball back down. She passed it over to 5. 5 bounce pass to the far side to 12. Passing it to 5 under the paint, and she puts it across the paint to 4. Shot's a little short, and Sandage with the rebound, bringing it down. Sandage over to Hale. Hale down to Destiny in the near corner. Destiny to Sandage in the corner, going for a 3, and close. Gray chasing it down. She's getting the rebound. Over to Destiny. Destiny back down to Ariana. Ariana to Sandage under the basket and missed the shot, but Sandage going for her own putback. Angels tip it out and take possession. Number 20's got the ball. She's giving it to 5. 5 racing down to, tipped out of bounds by Ariana. They had an open player under the paint. Ariana making a good call to save them getting the basket. Still 0-0. 5 bringing the ball in for the Angels. Passing it up top to 20. 20 Back down to 5. 5 across the paint, tips it up to 10, going for a shot. And the Angels are the first ones on the board with 2. Destiny bringing the ball down for the Knights. Over to Peyton. Peyton, jump shot, and she puts it up. Nope, close. Number 5 with the rebound. 5 bringing it down, passing it up top to 10. And the ball's loose. 5 grabs it, tips it over to 4. 4 a bounce pass. Ariana stole the bounce pass. Ariana bringing it down, giving it to Sandage, driving straight down in the paint, putting the shot up, missed it, tipped out. And it's white ball, ref says. Periodically through the game, you might hear me announce the score, even though you could see it on your screen. That's me looking at the scoreboard here in the venue and mentally confirming for you that the venue scoreboard matches what you're seeing on the screen. And the Angels end up with the ball after they're bringing it in and a try for a shot. Number 10 bringing it down, and the ball's out of bounds. Ref says white ball. Folks, we're at Ozark's Christian College, home of the Ambassadors today. Appreciate them lending the gym out for the state championship tournament. Destiny brings it into Sandage. Sandage bringing it across, long pass down to Gray, driving to the paint, bounce pass to Ariana, puts it up for a shot, and it's good for 2, so the Knights tie the score 2-all. And Angels bring the ball in, number 5 over to 12. 10 ends up getting the loose ball and trying to get around Destiny. The ball's out of bounds. Ref says blue ball. I think it was out, not tipped off, but off of Destiny's body somewhere. 12 brings it into 5. 5, well, stolen by Caitlin, and Angels steal it right back. 5, make it a fast break. She's going to slow it up, gives it over to 20. 20 with a bounce pass, and they pass it back to 20. She puts it over to 10, straight up for a shot. That's a miss, and 5 gets it and puts it back up for another shot, and so it's 4-2. Angels. White ball. Folks, really early in the game, but the score is back and forth. Both teams want this pretty bad, I believe. Ariana passing it down court to Destiny. Destiny down to Hale, under the basket, put it up. Oh, so close. And Sandage getting the rebound and drawing a foul. I believe maybe as she's going to make the shot. I think it was on number 5 with a pop. Yep, she's going for a free throw. That was a push during the shot. I didn't see it. But folks, I can't stress this enough. I say it pretty much every game. I don't know the rules and I don't know the plays, so I can't comment on the offense or defense or what the refs say. Sandage's first free throw's a miss, so you'll never hear me argue or question the ref's call. Plus, they're down there on the court close to the players, and they've got a much better vantage point than I have. Second free throw is good, so that's a point for the Knights, and a whistle sub coming in for the Angels. I believe number 11? Yes, number 11. And number 12 taking a breather. Angels ball. 11 puts it into 4. And 4 pass it over to 5, and the ball's on the floor. Ariana chasing it down. It was off her toe and out of bounds, so it's Angels ball under their own basket. Folks, you're watching PCCS TV. Thank you for tuning in this morning and supporting these girls at the state championship. Destiny with the steal on the Angels inbound, and there's a loose ball. Peyton Gray picks it up. Over to Ariana. Ariana over to Destiny, going for 3 and close. And Destiny followed the shot, got it back, sends it out to Hale. And Hale over to Sandage, stepping inside the arc and putting it up for 2. That's a miss. Gray with a rebound gives it to Destiny, driving down to the free throw, putting it back up, and that's a miss. 10 and Gray on the rebound, and Gray gets a call for holding. And timeout, I think, on White. 30-second timeout. All right, folks. Regardless of the outcome of this game, the Knights will play tomorrow morning at Joplin South Middle School, and they'll be playing Eagle Ridge Eagles from Cape Girardeau. And that'll determine the first place championship for Division 4. And that game probably will not be live. Our experience yesterday was Joplin school system has blocked YouTube for live streaming, and we have to use a good Wi-Fi signal, and so we can't live stream from the school. All right, Angels bring the ball in. 10 gives it to 5. 5 getting through the defenders. Fast break, passing it across to 20. 20 put the shot up. Oh, I thought that was going to be in. Hale with the rebound. And Hale getting around their defender, bringing it across. He's going to slow it up. And, number 10 with the steal. Wow, good steal. Don't see that very often with Hale involved. Okay, 10. No, that was 11, bringing it into 10. And ball's on the floor, and Ariana and 5 on the ball. It's a jump ball. Possession goes to Knights. 12 subbing in for 20. Ariana bringing the ball in for the Knights. Giving it to Destiny. Destiny making a fast break. She's driving straight down to the paint, putting up a beautiful layup, and that's good for 2. So the score is 5-4. And Sandage stealing a ball, putting it back up for another 2. Score is 7-4. And 10 bringing the ball down and fouled by Ariana. Angels ball on the near sideline. 12 bringing the ball in. She's going to bounce pass into 10. 10 swinging it up top slowly. They're taking their time, and there's Gray with a beautiful steal. She snuck up behind her, and Gray puts it in for 2, folks. That'll be a highlight reel. All right, Angels pass it into 5. She's making that fast break, passing it into 4, who's in the paint, puts it up. Oh, I thought that was in. And 12 gets a rebound, puts a shot up, missed it, and I can't tell who, but the Angels got it back for another shot. Sandage clears that missed shot. She's making the fast break, passed it over to Destiny, who waited and then put her shot up, and it was good for 2, so it's 11-4 and timeout. And, well, I thought it was a timeout. We'll see. Maybe not. A couple of subs coming in instead, I believe. And it's white ball. Ariana's going to bring the ball in for the Knights. That was Aaliyah Presley subbing in for the Knights. And Angels steal the inbound. Number 11 with that gives it to 10. 10 driving down, passes it over to 12. Boy, the folks, these Angels have changed their play a little bit since our last meeting, and that's helped their game. Destiny getting the inbound. She's bringing it across, passing it down court to Sandage, put it straight up. Oh, close. And there's Presley going for the putback, missed that. But Destiny gets it and does another putback, and it's good for 2. Score is 13-6. And I missed that. I was updating the scoreboard. And the Knights put another basket in. And the Angels bringing the ball down. Number 5, stolen by Ariana. Ariana back to Gray. Gray cross court to Destiny, who puts it up for 2. Wow. All right, the score is suddenly 17-6. And Angels bringing the ball in. Destiny trying to get hands on it. They pass it to 10 and keep the ball alive. 10's going to slow it down. Folks, the Knights are really putting some pressure on. And the ball's out of bounds off the Angels. All right, the venue scoreboard does say 17-6, so mine is accurate. I got to check that periodically and make sure that I'm able to keep up with it here in the studio. Ariana bringing the ball in for the Knights. Puts it over to Destiny. Destiny Right past the defender, passing it over to Sandage for another easy shot from under the basket. So it's 19-6, a minute 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Wow, exciting action, folks. I'm going to say the score, the Knights have a head start, but the way the Angels have been playing so far, they're absolutely capable of bringing that back. They have definitely changed their play style from the last two times we met this season. But Coach Burton is pretty good at adapting as well, so we'll see what he does. I think now that he's had a chance to watch him play for a few minutes this quarter, he's making some changes on what he's going to do. The boys' game this afternoon, after the boys lost their first round yesterday, the boys' game will be Polk County Christian School Knights versus, I'm trying to remember who they play, Outreach Bulldogs. The Outreach Bulldogs from Avondale, I believe it is. And that will be at the Youth Activity Center, Carthage. That'll be a 5 o'clock game, and that should be live. All right, Angels bring the ball in 20 over to 4, and Ariana getting on it. And a jump ball. Angels bringing the ball back in. 12 over to 11. 11 bringing it across. Meets up with Gray, and Gray with another steal. Gray making the fast break all the way down. Puts a shot up, and it's good for 2. So it's 21-6. Angels. Oh, Gray with a steal on the inbound, and the Angels end up with it. 4 over to 5. 5 coming all the way down. Bounce pass past Presley. And the Angels put it. Oh, I thought that was going to be in. Presley with a good rebound and gives it out to Destiny. Destiny making that fast break. Goes down, puts it up for a shot. That's the Destiny we like to see out there on the court. It's 23-6. And Angels passing it in to 20. And she gets the ball over to 4. Bounce pass to 5. Coming down to meet Presley. And 5 gets past her and puts it up for a basket. And Angels at 8 on the board. Gray over to Ariana to bring it down. Ariana to Destiny. Destiny inside to Presley. Presley putting a shot up. It was tipped, and Presley getting the rebound. Well, it's a jump ball, and so it goes possession to White. Ariana bringing the ball in for the Knights. Into Gray. Gray up top to Destiny. Destiny down to Ariana going for 3, and across the basket. And Angels let it go out, so it's Angels ball. Folks, you're watching PCCS TV. I think there's something on the floor and the ref's looking for a towel. Safety first. Always a good call. All right, 30.1 seconds left in the first quarter. Again, we're at Ozark's Christian College. Appreciate them sharing their venue for us to play the game. It's an annual state tournament in Joplin, Missouri. It's spread between Joplin and Carthage to have enough gym space for 4 divisions for the state level championship for all the Christian schools in Missouri. This is Missouri Christian School Athletic Association tournament. Number 5 making a fast break, gets down to Aaliyah, puts a shot up, missed it, and Presley going for the rebound. Number 5 with a bounce pass under the basket. No good. They put it out to 11 and miss. Caitlin Sandage with the rebound. And she's going to make I think travel. Yep, ref says travel. I get it. She was trying to make sure she had a defender available and still dribbling. 11.7 seconds left. 2 fouls for the Knights, 1 foul for the Angels, so no risk of anybody going into bonus. 12 brings it into 11. 11 over to 4. Down to 5 on the far side. Driving down to the baseline. No shot. Bounce pass inside to 4. And Sandage picks up that pass. And there's the whistle. That's the end of the first quarter, folks. It is 23-8. And you're watching PCCS TV, the home of Polk County Christian School, Bolivar, Missouri. Appreciate you tuning in. On our website, you could see all kinds of content from sports to chapel events, drama. We've got a drama class, and they put on 2 presentations this year. I think they did 1 last year, but they're doing 2 this year. The spring presentation coming up, I believe that's April 15 and 16. And the Christmas presentation was postponed for weather, and so it was actually January 9th, but that's on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/@PCCS. That was a great presentation. Looking for the spring presentations to be very well received. All right, the Knights are back out on the court for second quarter. And looks like Angels ball. Number 12 is going to bring the ball in for the Angels. Passing it into 10. 10 brings it across. Over to 4 on the far side. Driving down the sideline to the corner. Bounce pass stolen by Gray. Gray passing it over to Presley. Presley's chasing it down, and she's giving it back to Destiny. Destiny bringing it across. Passing it to Ariana. Tipped out by 4 for the steal, folks. She gives it to number 5. And number 5 gets trapped, but she ends up with the ball on the floor, and 4 picks it up. Bounce pass. Oh, smooth move. And they almost had the shot in. 5 gets the rebound, puts it out to 10. Shot goes up, and it's no good. 5 going for the putback at Presley on that rebound. She's keeping it, giving it out to Gray. Good teamwork on both sides there, folks. All right, Gray back up top to Sandage. Sandage giving it over to Destiny. Destiny down to Gray in the far corner. Inside to Presley. Presley putting the shot up, drawing a foul. I think Presley's going to the free throw line shooting for 2. Folks, I think this might be Aaliyah Presley's first appearance at the state tournament. I don't remember if she got some court time last year or not, but it's great to see her out there. She's a great addition to the high school team. 23. First free throw's a miss. And I got to say, one thing I love about playing these Show Me Angels is the sportsmanship from everybody on the court. Their coach is great, their players are great, and you can tell they're emulating what they're shown by the staff. Second free throw, just out. Ariana chasing it down, gets the rebound, gives it up to Gray. Gray inside to Destiny, going for 3. And, so close. And Sandage getting the rebound. Oh, it's tipped and out of bounds. I think it's out off blue, so it's white. Yep, ref says white ball. I wasn't sure. I had to see what the ref said. Ariana bringing the ball in for the Knights. And she's going to put it into Presley under the basket, putting the shot up. Oh, close. 5 with the rebound. It was a good-looking rebound. And 5 making that fast break, going around the defenders. Bounce pass to 12. And We'll see if there was a foul. I'm not sure. There was a whistle. I don't know if it's just because the ball's out of bounds. Maybe the ball's out of bounds. Yep, that's it. So the scoreboard says Knights have 4 fouls. Maybe they don't reset at the quarters for this game. 23 with a three-point effort, and that's a miss. Presley with the rebound and jump ball. So the Knights have 4 fouls on the board at this time. Ariana bringing the ball into Gray. Gray over to Destiny. Destiny back to Ariana on the far side, inside to Presley, going for 2. Nope, that's a miss. Sandage with the putback, and that's good for 2. So it's 25-8. Angels bring the ball in. Waiting for my scoreboard to update. It should. I'll keep an eye on that. There it goes. All right, 5 under the basket. Bounce pass to 20. She puts it straight up. It's over and no good. Sandage picks up the ball, gives it to Destiny. She's chasing it down, putting the layup up. Holy smokes, folks. That's a highlight reel. That's a beautiful shot. And good teamwork. Sandage to Destiny, and Destiny with the steal on the inbound, passing it across court, and number 5 with a steal there. That's good play. And there's a whistle, a push, I believe on Ariana. I can't see a signal, but I think she was right there in on that. And so Nora Everson and Hannah Hale are subbing in for Ariana Larimer and Aaliyah Presley. And the Angels bringing the ball in under their own basket. Number 5 going to pass the ball in for the Angels. She's going to bring it in. Bounce pass to 10 in the corner. 10, bounce pass to 5, just inside. Bounce pass across the paint. They put it up for 2, and that's a miss. 10 gets the rebound, puts it over the basket, and Sandage with a good rebound on that. Long pass to Destiny, and another layup. Good effort. Destiny trying to do the same thing she did just before. Angels get the rebound on the missed shot. Sandage tipping the ball up, trying to steal it. And 10 is trapped, but she passes it over to 11. 11 down, intended for 12, and 5 chases it down, keeps it in bounds, gives it back to 12, bounce pass to 5, missed it, and jump ball on the floor, I believe. Yep. All right, Angels ball, bringing it in, is number 5, bounce pass to 10 again. She's giving it cross court to number 20, down to 12, inside to 5. 5 putting the shot up, off the rim. Folks, if those shots would hit for the Angels, they would be unstoppable. Sandage making that fast break, puts the shot up, and I think drew a foul during the shot. Blue 20, the ref says. Yep, Sandage going to the free throw line, shooting for 2. First free throw is a miss. Second free throw is a miss. And Sandage followed the shot and put it back up for 2. That was a good strategic move there. So the score is 29-8 as the Angels bring the ball in. And I think that's 10, bringing it across all the way down, slowing it up. And Hale trying to get hands on the ball. There's a whistle. Ref says holding. Okay. Yep, that was on Hale. Number 5 bringing the ball in for the Angels. She's going to pass it into, I think that's 10 on the far side. Oh, close on that shot. No, that was 11. Sandage bringing the ball across. Inside to Destiny under the basket. Put it up for an easy layup. 2 points. It's 31-8. 11 bringing it in. Nope, that was 12. Bringing it into 11. Gives it to 20. 20 over to 5. 5 coming all the way down. Putting the shot up. And it's a beautiful shot for the Angels. Another 2 points. 31-10. Destiny bringing the ball across for the Knights. Going around the defender. Straight down to the baseline. Bounce pass over to Gray. Gray put it up for a miss. almost in, and 5 clearing the rebound, gives it to 10 to bring it across. 10 on the floor, passing it back to 5, and timeout on the Show Me Angels. I think the coach was saying, hey, we got to stop that and keep possession. Probably a good play on their part. All right, 31-10 with 3 minutes 21 seconds left in the second quarter, folks. Good game so far, enjoying the game. No matter who's winning, it's been a good game. Everybody's playing well. We're seeing some great sportsmanship. Love to see that. All right, Angels ball on the far sideline. 12 brings it into 11. 11 brings it across. Over to 5 on the near side. 5 driving to the elbow, cross court, back up top to 4. Over to 10, going for a 3. Oh, close, but not quite. 4 to 11. 11 puts a shot up. It's a miss, and they tip it in. Sandage brings the tip in. She's bringing it across, going for a jump shot from outside, and a beautiful 2-point jump shot. And so it's 33-10. As 10 brings the ball across for the Angels. Ten over to 11. 11 going for a long three-pointer. It's a miss, and Sandage clearing the basket. Gives it to Destiny. Destiny open, makes that fast break, puts a shot up, and it's good for 2. And so it's 35-10. Angels bringing the ball back down. 11 down to 12, and I think they didn't communicate. I think 12 was caught off guard. That happens. Our girls do the same thing. Sandage bringing the ball in for the Knights. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first half, second quarter. Destiny brings the ball across. Over to Gray. Gray to Sandage under the basket, and she puts it up. It was tipped, and the Angels take possession. 10 bringing the ball across. She's trying to sneak up behind him, catch him off guard, but she gives it over to 11. 11 to 12. 12 bounce pass to 10. No shot. She puts it cross court, and it's tipped by Sandage. 4 picks it up, gives it to 11. 11 back to 4. Put the shot up, and that was a miss. And Gray picking up the missed shot, gives it over to Sandage. Sandage looking for an open player. Nobody's open enough for a long pass. She brings it across down to Destiny in the corner, going for 3. And holy smokes, folks. Beautiful shot from the sideline. Destiny there with a three-pointer. And there's a whistle. Maybe some subs coming in. Yep, Rylan Hood, number 7, subbing in for the Knights, along with Autumn Freilich, number 22. Destiny's three-pointer puts the score at 38-10. Angels give it into 4 inside the paint. Out to, intended for 12, but Hannah Hale stole the pass. And Hale bringing it back across. She's giving it to Hood on the far side. Hood back up top to Hale. Hale over to Destiny on the near side, driving down to the baseline. Passing it over to Hood under the basket. And Hood for her first 2 points at the state. Love to see that, folks. That'll be a highlight reel for Rylan. 40-10 as the Angels bring the ball back across. 11 over to 4. 4 down to, intended for, I can't see the number on that. Number 2 it was. And there's a whistle. I didn't see who the whistle was on. Apparently it was on the Knights. It's Angels ball. I was focused on who the number was. All right, 11 bringing it into 2 again. And jump ball. Possession goes to White. Folks, my studio stuff seems to be running slow on the Wi-Fi here. That sound was supposed to be with that three-pointer from probably a minute or two ago. We are totally dependent on the host Wi-Fi, so sometimes that works well and sometimes not. Destiny over to Hood. Hood for another two-pointer, folks. Wow. All right, 42-10. You know Ryland's got to be feeling good about that. 12 bringing the ball across and a long three-point effort. Oh, good effort on a buzzer beater there, folks. All right, going into halftime, the score is 42-10. And looks like we're taking an 8-minute break for halftime, I believe, as the Knights head for the locker room. And I think the Angels might be heading for a locker room as well. All right, folks, we'll give a quick look at the girls' schedule. Well, I say quick look. There we go. Tomorrow morning, February 28th, 10 a.m., Joplin South Middle School, Polk County Christian School Knights versus Eagle Ridge Eagles. They're from Cape Girardeau. And like I said, Joplin School District, our experience yesterday at the at the Joplin North Middle School was they have blocked their Wi-Fi from accessing YouTube for live stream. And so we're not able to live stream from there. I don't have a Wi-Fi that I can bring with me to a venue that is fast enough to support a live stream. So we will record that game just like the boys' game last night. We recorded it exactly. It looks exactly like this. And our players are coming back out on the court, and I think they're going to a different locker room. Okay, so the game tomorrow morning will look just like this, but it won't be live. It'll be posted on our YouTube channel and will be under the videos tab. So if you go to the link there at the bottom, youtube.com/@PCCS, on that page, you'll be able to see some tabs near the top of the page underneath the banner. It'll say videos or live. All of our live streams that are currently in progress or past live streams are under the live tab. But tomorrow morning's game will be under the video tab because it will be recorded live and then uploaded later. And so it'll be under the video tab. That'll probably be later in the day after we get back to Bolivar and have an hour or two to get it uploaded at home on Wi-Fi at home. And then it'll be available for replay. Now, I'm also, while the game is in progress, like this morning when I see some really cool stuff on the court, I've got a button on my screen I hit and it just says save highlight, and it makes a copy of the last 20 seconds of the game, puts that copy in a separate folder. And then tomorrow or tonight I'll go through that folder and I'll sort those out by team. So if it's Show Me Angels with a highlight, I'll put that in a folder and I'm going to share that to their athletic director and only their athletic director. And the athletic director can then do what they see fit according to their school's policies. And if they want to put it on their YouTube, they can. If they want to share it to the families, they can. If they say, you know what, we're only going to use this for lessons, whatever they want to do. The Knights, I'm going to put together a highlight reel for the sports banquet at the end of the season. And then once the sports banquet is over, I will put a highlight reel for each player on YouTube. And so that'll be on the school's YouTube channel, and those players will have access to their own highlight reel, as well as the team highlight reel. So all those will be available in public once the banquet is over. And I'm currently working on trying to find a software system that'll do that for me a little more efficiently than me just manually creating those videos. So that's the plan for the highlight reels, and that's the upcoming schedule for the girls. And I don't have the schedule for the boys. I can tell you that the boys' game today is at 5 o'clock. Polk County, it'll be the Outreach Christian Education Center, Eagles, from Avondale versus PCCS Knights. Eagles will be home, Knights will be away at Carthage Youth Activity Center at Court 2. We'll probably be there about 3:30 so that when that game before ours is getting ready to start, we'll be able to get a seat and then get set up for the live stream. And normally the Wi-Fi is pretty decent there. We'll see what it's like. I think last year we did have a little bit of a struggle. And so if the Wi-Fi fails in any way while we're live streaming, just like right now, while we're live on YouTube with this game, I'm also creating a backup copy of the game. So if something happens to the Wi-Fi, when I get home, I've got the entire thing on the computer and ready to just upload. But we shouldn't need to do that. All right, and a quick shout out. We got 3 minutes left in halftime. Quick shout out to sponsors for Polk County Christian School. We appreciate all our sponsors, and one of them is
Etch Salon is a proud sponsor of PCCS. Come see the friendly and helpful staff at Etch Salon, located at 919 East Broadway in Bolivar, for your beauty and wellness needs. From hair to pedicure and more, Etch Salon is there to bring out your true glamour. Etch offers color, cut, formal hair and makeup, facial waxing, pedicure, and deep tissue therapeutic massage. Licensed massage therapist Karen Cleveland is happy to schedule your deep tissue or therapeutic massage to help with all your aches and pains. All their staff are licensed in their area of specialty. Check out facebook.com/Etch Salon Bolivar or call Etch Salon at 417-777-0088 to schedule your next appointment.
all right, folks. And seeing some spectators from PCCS. Looks like Olivia just showed up. She brought Orion with her, so good to see some PCCS family and alum here. And the Knights are coming back out on the court at the moment. As we come down to 2 minutes, they'll probably do a short warm-up before the game starts. Back up for halftime. And appreciate all the staff. We mentioned earlier before, Coach Chad Burton. He's our head coach for basketball and our athletic director. And Brian Gray, but also Anna Everson, team manager, and she's being assisted by Olivia Walker. Olivia is one of our junior high players, and she's had some great highlights this year. Looking forward to that. When we do the highlight reel I was talking about just a moment ago, I'm not doing a highlight reel for all of the for any of the juniors high players. I'm only doing the high school players. Mrs. Burton's asking if I can catch her waving at the kids, because apparently the kids are home and watching from chapel. So that's exciting. There's our school administrator, Mrs. Karen Burton. And she is happy to be here and represent Polk County Christian School. And a shout out to all our fans and spectators at home watching the game. I didn't think about the school watching from home, so that's exciting. And one of the other teachers, Miss Laura Beth Walker, is here as well. So we've got some great spectators here and a good turnout for the Knights watching the game from Joplin, Missouri at Ozark's Christian College. And thank you to the school that is watching at home. And I think Mrs. Burton might be coordinating for the players to wave to the... There's your players, folks. They're on the court and they're waving at everybody, and they appreciate you watching as well. All right. So there's the buzzer. It's time for third quarter action. Folks, I am so excited to be here watching this game live, able to take the time off from work and away from school as well. Mrs. Burton was gracious enough to let me skip class yesterday and today as a teacher at Polk County Christian School. And my boss at my other job gave me the time off to attend. And Angels bringing the ball in. 12 brings it into 10. Angels are going to the right now. 10 bounce pass to 5, back out to 12. 12 cross to 20. 20 down to 4 on the far side. No shot. She's giving it to 5 in the corner. She's driving into the paint. Bounce pass to 10, who's open on the elbow of the free throw and missed the shot. Ariana with a rebound and a whistle on Angels. Foul on the Angels. Ariana bringing the ball in, gives it to Destiny. Destiny brings the ball across over to Ariana on the far side, down to Hale in the corner. Hale up to Sandage up top. Driving in, bounce pass over to Destiny. Destiny queuing up for three, and holy smokes, folks, there's a three-pointer for Destiny. Angels bringing the ball in. So the score's 45-10 right off the bat in the second half. 10 brings the ball across. Over to number 4 on the far side. She's swinging up to the top of the paint. Bounce pass back out to 10, down to 5. And bounce pass, well, Hale steals the bounce pass. She's going to slow it up instead of risking them taking possession. She's bringing the ball across, gives it to Destiny, queuing up for another three. But she passes it inside to Sandage. Bounce pass to Ariana under the basket, and Ariana puts it in for 2. And the Angels, 12, passing it into 10. 10 bringing it across. 10 over to 4 on the far side. Bounce pass into 5 alongside the paint. Cross the paint to 20, going for a three-point effort. Oh, close, but not quite. And Destiny tipping the ball for the steal. Destiny cross court to Sandage, puts it straight up, and good for 2, folks. The score is 49-10 as the Angels bring the ball back across. 10 has the ball. She puts it over. Brings it across center court line, gives it to 12. Inside to 5, outside to 20, and missed the pass, and Knights ball on the sideline. Ariana bringing the ball in for the Knights. Ariana passes it into Destiny. Destiny brings it across the midcourt line. Down to Gray in the corner, inside to Ariana, and it's out of bounds, tipped out off of blue, so it's white ball, I believe. And that's correct. Ariana's bringing the ball in for the Knights. She gives the ball to, that was Sandage on the far side, steps back and puts it up. Oh, so close, but not in, and the ball's out of bounds. I think ref says a push. So the ball's on blue ball, and I hope everybody's okay. I think number 10 may have fallen on the ball. So it probably knocked the wind out of her. I hate to see that, folks. Say a quick prayer for her. She looks like she's going to be okay, just struggling to get her breath for a moment. We got a doctor in the audience. He's moving out to help her. And I think the mom's going out. All right, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. We're going to give her a minute to get off the court. The coach is helping her off the court. She looks like she's going to be okay. I know part of it is just the embarrassment of, oh, gosh darn it, that happened. But she looks like she's going to be okay. The doctor has let the coach and the parent leave the court with her. They're going over to their sideline. All right. She's getting a seat on the bench. So apparently she's going to be okay, or they would have asked the doctor to give her more attention. We appreciate Dr. Presley being here and being available for the athletes as needed. So good to have that in the audience. All right. And Angels have 5 players out on the court. 12, 20, 5, and 4, and that may be 11. Yep, 11. Okay, Angels ball. 12 passes it into 5. 5 bringing it across. We're back for live action. And over to 20. 20 back up to 12. 12 to 5. 5 over to 11. 11 puts the shot up, and Destiny with the steal on the rebound. Fast break, puts it up for 2, and it's a good basket. Destiny scoring another one. Ball's in, 12 to 11. 11 bringing it across. 11 over to 4. 4 down to 5. 5 across to 20, putting up a long 2-point. A little short, but a good effort. And there goes 5 with a putback. No good. And Presley on the rebound, jump ball. And Sandage going to bring the ball in for the Knights. Looks like Ariana has stepped out as Presley has stepped in. That's Aaliyah Presley. Destiny bringing the ball across. Down to, oh, wow. That was number 5 with a beautiful steal for the Angels. That'll be a highlight reel for the Angels. All right. And Angels get the rebound on the missed shot. Put it back up. Missed that. Going 5. Going for the putback and another miss. And jump ball. Possession goes to White, I believe the ref says. Sandage going to bring the ball in for the Knights. And nope. It's Blues ball. Angels bringing the ball in. Gives it to 4. Up top to 20. Puts it up for an instant shot. No good. 5 with the rebound. Puts it back up. Still a miss. Number 4 getting that rebound. Gives it back to 5. And there's a basket for the Angels. 2 points. It's 51-12. As Destiny brings the ball across. Down to Sandage on the near side. And Sandage cross to Hale. Down to Destiny on the far side. And she's going to go to Sandage in the corner. To Presley on the inside. Putting it up for 2. That's a miss. And nope, number 5 chasing that rebound down. She's got it. Making that fast break. Bobble on the dribble. And she passed it over to 4, and the ball's out of bounds. Well, that was a good rebound on their part and good effort. Just a little high on the pass. And Destiny bringing the ball in, gives it to Hale. Hale brings the ball across. I think they forgot she'd need some help getting that ball in. Hale over to Sandage on the far side, on the near side, driving down to the baseline, puts it out to Gray. Gray going for 3. Oh, off the inside of the rim, and Sandage picks up that rebound, gives it to Destiny. Destiny inside to Sandage under the paint, and she's going to bring it back out to Destiny, going for 3, and oh, close. Sandage chasing the ball down. 51-12 still with 3 minutes 37 seconds left. Over to Gray. Gray on the baseline, stepping in, gives it to Presley. Presley going to put her shot up, and she's got too many hands on it, gives it out to Destiny. Steps in for a 2-point basket. Folks, that's a beautiful 2-point shot. And the Angels bringing the ball back across. Number 12, 11 has it. Over to 4 on the far side, down to 5 on the corner of the paint. And over to 20. 20 bounce pass to 5 on the baseline. Back up top to 12. Losing her balance, but she gives it to another player. And Angels put up a long shot. Missed it. Sandage with that rebound. Making that fast break. Keeping possession. And putting the shot over to Destiny. Destiny under the basket and wide open. Puts it up for a beautiful play. Great teamwork for the Knights there. Love to see that. That's Sandage and Destiny working together to get that 2-point basket. Scores 55-12. And Angels, 20, puts up a long 2-point effort. Hale with the rebound on the missed shot. Hale brings the ball across down to Destiny on the far side. Cross court to Sandage. Sandage stepping in, bounce pass to Gray on the baseline, putting the shot up, and across the rim. 5 clearing the basket on that one. She's going to bring it across for the Angels. Number 5 giving it to 20, going for a 3-point effort. Folks, if they'd hit those 3-pointers, this could be a much closer game. And the ball's on the floor, jump ball. Destiny and number 4 getting on that. All right, Nora Everson and Autumn Freilich subbing in for the Knights. Destiny and Hannah Hale taking a break. Sandage bringing the ball in. Like I was saying, if those Angels would get dialed in on those 3-pointers, they would close that gap quickly. All right, Gray over to Freilich. Freilich down to Gray. Gray going for a long 2-point and across the rim. And number 5 getting that rebound. Freilich and Everson getting down there to keep him from making the fast break. 20 puts up a long 3-point effort, and Presley on the rebound. Jump ball. And that was Presley and number 4, I believe, on that rebound. And possession goes to Angels under their own basket. 5 bringing the ball in, gives it to 11. She was close to the paint. She swings it up to the elbow of the paint, puts it across court to 20, and Sandage grabs that loose ball on the pass, making that fast break and putting it up for 2, and close, but Freilich on the rebound. And the ball's on the floor, and the Angels pick it up. Number 5 over to 11, 11 over to 20. 20 with a long shot, miss, and Angels pick it up, but it's out of bounds. So it's Knights ball. Sandage bringing the ball in for the Knights, and Ariana going to sub in. Ariana Larimer subbing in for Caitlin Sandage. Again, we're in third quarter action. And Peyton Gray bringing the ball across over to Ariana. Ariana inside to Presley, and the Angels tip the pass, and so it's a jump ball. Got some Presleys in the balcony over there for support for the team. Okay, and the Angels tipped that inbound pass. That was a good steal. All right, 11 over to 20. 20 putting up a long shot. Oh, I thought that was in. And 20 on the floor, picking up the ball, trying to keep it. It's a jump ball. The ref got his timeout called before that, so the Angels keep possession before it went to jump ball. One ref was signaling jump, but their coach got that timeout signal in at the same time, so they give him the full timeout. So the Angels having a 1-minute timeout, and the Knights taking a timeout along with them. All right, folks, you're watching PCCS TV, Polk County Christian School, the home of positive and encouraging Christian content. Thank you for joining us today. We got 41.5 seconds left in the third quarter. There's one foul for each team. And the fouls did not reset between the first and second quarters. So I believe that one foul for each team will carry into the fourth quarter, I believe. And if I show you the entire scoreboard for the venue up there in the middle of the screen, you'll see that it says 55-12 on the score. But it also says below that one foul in each bottom corner of the scoreboard. And so that's team fouls. If we get to 5 fouls for one of the teams, then anytime the other team fouls, the team that has 5, the other team will automatically get free throws, is my understanding. All right, Angels bring the ball in. The shot was tipped, and a Presley picks it up, passes it to Ariana, and the Angels steal that pass. They tip the pass and get it. Number 5's got it back to 12. 12 going for a long two-point shot. Nope, that's tipped up, and 11 gets it, gives it to 5, back to, that's 2, not 12. Ariana getting that missed shot. Gives it over to Gray to bring it across. Gray over to Ariana. Ariana inside to Presley on the elbow. She puts it into Everson. Everson up for 2, missed the shot, and Presley getting the rebound. And, they grabbed it from over her head, and that's the buzzer, folks. At the end of the third quarter, it is 55-12, the Knights leading by several. All right, folks, it's going to be hard for the Angels to bring this out, but they could. Based on the first quarter start they had, they could absolutely do it. They're going to have to hit those three-pointers and make a few of them. The Knights have made a pretty good showing so far today. So tomorrow morning's game, just to recap, tomorrow morning's game will not be live. That's our expectation. Now, if we get to Joplin South and the Wi-Fi does work for YouTube, we will go live. But I don't expect that to happen. And then tomorrow afternoon's game for the boys, assuming we're still in bracket play tomorrow afternoon for the boys, I believe that'll be live. I know this afternoon's game will be live at 5 o'clock for the boys. All right, Angels bringing the ball in. We're in fourth quarter action. And number 5 over to 4, 4 to 2. And over to 5, bounce pass back to 2, putting it up. And that's a miss. 5 gets a rebound, gives it back to 2, going for the shot. And I think she drew a foul. Yeah, she's going to go to the free throw line and shoot for 2. And the clock is still running. and I don't know the rules, folks, so I really can't speak to this from any knowledge, but I think the clock keeps running if one team is more than 30 points ahead. And they put the shot up. The first free throw is a miss. Second free throw, that's a miss, but number 5 gets the rebound, puts it out to 2. 2 putting the shot up, that's a miss. Presley getting that rebound. Gives it to Gray. Gray bringing it across down to Ariana on the near side. She puts it across to Autumn. Autumn up to Gray. Gray down to Ariana. Ariana putting the shot up under the basket and a good 2-pointer for the Knights. So it is 57-12. Angels bringing the ball back across. They get it across the center court line. And the refs are giving each other signals. I'm not sure what that is. He was showing some numbers. The near ref showing the other ref on the baseline some numbers. I'm not sure what that means. All right, Angels bring the ball in. Number 4 over to 11. 11 putting it up top to 2. 2 going for a shot from the free throw. It's a little short. Good effort and white ball on the baseline. Ariana bringing the ball in. She's going to give it to Gray. And the Angels look like they made a substitution. Number 4 taking a breather. A missed 2 came in for her. And Gray over to Autumn. Autumn down to Gray. Gray going for a long 2-point shot. It's off the rim. 5 clearing the board on that. 5 bringing the ball all the way back down. And she's over to 2, and the ball's out of bounds on the missed pass. So it's Knights ball. And the Knights are swapping a full team. Hope Freilich, number 9, coming in with Rylan Hood, Caitlin Sandage, and Hannah Hale. Autumn Freilich staying out. And folks, if you haven't noticed, when the players have more than one last name on the court, I use the first name. That's why I use Destiny and Ariana, not just because they're my daughters, but because that's their first names and I don't have to signify which last name it is. Sandage puts the shot up, missed it. Number 5 cleared the board. And I do the same thing with the Freilich girls. Autumn and Hope are on the court at the same time. So I use their first names, or at least I try to. 20, putting up a long 3-point effort, miss. 5 with a rebound, draws a foul during the shot. And that's on Sandage. And that's 2 fouls for the Knights. And now the scoreboard says 0-2. So apparently that did reset this time. All right, number 5 on the free throw line, shooting for 2. Shots a miss. And number 4 subbing in for number 11. And that shot's a miss. Sandage with a good looking rebound there. She's making the break all the way down. Slowing it up. Gives it over to Hale. Hale getting some pressure and gives it Sandage. Sandage was closer than Hale was expecting. Sandage was going for the screen. Hale gives it Sandage. She's driving along the paint, and the ball's out of bounds off White. So it is Angels' ball. Twelve brings the ball in, gives it to 4. 4 over to 2, puts it straight up. Good effort. And Sandage getting that rebound. She gives it over to Hale to bring it back. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left. Hale over to Sandage. Sandage driving around the screen that Hope Freilich provided. And, passing it to Hood, but it's out of bounds. I don't know that Hood understood it was coming to her. Okay, Angels ball on the sideline. Score's still 57-12 here in the gym. My scoreboard is matching. As the Angels, number 12, brings the ball across, gives it to number 5. Well, she lets it go to 2. 2 puts it up, no good. And Sandage picks it up, gives it back to Hale to bring it across. Hale coming over and She puts it down to Autumn in the corner. Autumn thinking about a shot. No shot. She puts it back up top to Hale. Hale over to Hood on the far side. Hood going for three. Oh, close. Sandage with that rebound. She's going to bring the ball out. Sandage putting it out to Hale. Hale driving to the top of the paint. Puts it out to Hood. Hood driving down to the baseline. Puts the shot back out to Sandage. Sandage driving in to the paint. Puts it out to Autumn. Autumn from the elbow going for a two-point basket. Holy smokes, that was a beautiful shot, folks. That's a highlight reel for Autumn Freilich. That'll be in her season highlights. Love to see that. And timeout on the Angels. That'll be a full timeout. And if you're new to basketball, like me, something I've learned recently is the timeout signals. When the refs put their hands out to both sides like that, that's a full timeout. If they put their hands up to their shoulders, that's a 30-second timeout. That's the difference on that. So when I happen to be looking that direction, I can see that and get a heads up on whether it's a full or a timeout. And then the refs will usually make that same signal to the score table and make it an official call. Minute 51 seconds left in the game. Oftentimes I'll say left in regulation play when it could end up in overtime. I don't think there's much chance of us being in overtime in this game. Not poking at anybody, but we would have to make some serious fouls for that to happen. All right, Sandage clearing the missed shot. She's bringing it back. And she's going to slow it up and passes it to Hale. Hale back to Sandage. Sandage sending it over to Hood. Hood back to Hale. Hale back to Sandage on the near side. She's giving it to Hale. Hale down to Hope. And Hope going for a two-point effort. Sandage trying to steal the ball, and she got a foul. So that'll be 3 fouls for the Knights so far. Angels bringing the ball down. That's number 12 with the ball. She brings it all the way across. Gives it over to 4 on the far side. Bounce pass inside to 2. And, that was in the basket, folks. That's almost like robbery. That was a good effort. Sandage bringing the ball across. And she's giving it to Hale. Hale stepping to the top of the arc. Puts it out to Hood. Hood down to Autumn. Autumn, no shot. Well, she's putting the shot up, and it's over the rim. And Hope does the putback, folks. That'll be a highlight reel for Hope Freilich. I think that's her first score for the state championship. Number 5, down to 2. 2 putting it up, missed the shot. 4 on the rebound. She keeps possession, gives it to 2. 2 putting it back up, almost in, and the ball's out of bounds off of White, apparently, and Angels bringing the ball back in, gives it to 2. She's under the paint, puts the shot up. Oh, yeah, there we go. The Angels on the board again. So the score is 61-12, folks. I'm not cheering for the Angels necessarily. I'm cheering for good play, and that's what I want to see. Here's Ryland Hood with a good drive. Folks, that's a final score. The Knights on top, 61-14 as we go to final, and that's the end of the game, folks. So we're going to end this broadcast, and we'll be back to watch the boys' game at the Youth Activity Center in Carthage, Missouri at 5 o'clock today. Thank you so much for tuning in to PCCS TV.
This broadcast is copyright Polk County Christian School, 2490 West Tower Drive, Bolivar, Missouri. Stop by our school to see what we are doing to provide a Christian education for students in our area. All rights reserved.